How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Back with Suarez. Domain 9. 9 times. Yeah, this is bottle 6 of 20.
No, just 6.
Oh, 620. I was like, holy shit. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Yeah, this is bottled on 620, not bottle 6 of 20, because that would have been crazy.
I paid $2,000 for that.
Anyway, this is part of their Domain Blend series. They kind of run, they're all in the relative similar kind of style, right? They just do varying different blends off varying different barrels, correct?
Yeah, I guess they just have like a huge cellar that has a bunch of beer and barrels, and then every once in a while they'll just be like, oh, we're gonna blend some beer, and then they come out with these things. Because they just released 8 not that long ago, and then they just released this, so I think they just randomly choose. I'm not exactly sure what they're
they do what they want.
Yeah.
This is 9. I reviewed 10 on my channel. We picked that up, like Keith was saying, it was August of last year. So I probably reviewed it and posted it in September of last year. You can go check that out if you want.
Oh, yeah, because FOFA was like
yeah, we got on the way up.
It was the first weekend of August.
Yes.
Of last year.
It was hot.
It was warm. Yes.
Anyway, this beer, what they call it here, it says, we blend Domain to show the unique edges of our house character. Each iteration varies greatly from the last, as the brewers blend disparate threads from our oak ripened country beer from our barrel cellar. So you're talking about, it's blend number 9. Bottled 620, so we're talking about 4 months now. Almost 4 months as far as dating goes. Let's dive into this sucker. I always love their labels. They have this cool, like, linen kind of feel to them. So we'll see what's what. You said this is in like a lower ABV version?
It is 4%. And it was just released. So they bottled it in, what, June, end of June, and they released it, I think they released it last week or 2 weeks ago.
Barley wine. It's a barley wine, is what I'm saying. Oh, man, I can smell it from here. Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's like...
It is...
It looks like the sun.
Yeah.
It looks like the sun if I could look at the sun without it blinding my eyes out of my head. That's what it looks like. It looks like summer. It looks like a summer day. It looks like hope. And fucking just, I mean, it's rocky and crazy. Like, it's like literally, his has like levels to it. Like levels. Yeah. Like, it's like,
it's up here.
You know, it's over
down
there.
Here, it's over there.
Yeah, mine less much because of the wider glass, I believe. But, I mean, it just looks like a big, huge, fluffy, creamy farmhouse. And by that I mean it looks like it's 4%.
Yeah.
Soft straw kind of color to it. I just want to. I already get the nose, but let's get more of the nose. Now that's tart.
Yeah,
that's tart.
Lemon.
See, that's not lemon to me though.
It's not lemon to you?
No, to me that's a slightly underripened peach pit, and you're sucking on the end of it. Like, you ate the peach, and now you're sucking on the peach pit. So you have, like, that kind of underripened fleshiness, which has that kind of tartness to it, and then you're sucking on the peach pit, so it has this kind of tannin, woody, oaky kind of thing going on. You get that kind of nuttiness that you get from, a stone fruit, like a peach pit kind of thing, and you know what I'm talking about. You eat the peach, and you just throw the peach in your mouth, and you just kind of rattle it around in there and pick at it.
Yeah.
That's what it is for me.
I get that. I do get like a separate like tart lemony thing though.
No, I get the lemon thing. I get it, and like I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I could say lemon, but for me it just.
But yeah, there's like a wood like pit. Yeah, like you say underripened.
Yeah, I call it underripened. It's it's that thing I talk about when it comes to a lot of these kind of low EBV soury beers where you get some foam in your nose. Or
yeah, I always like.
That's how you get that. That's where they keep the heroin. Yeah, but it's when I talk about these, I talk about this pH balance. And I do it a lot with Suarez. I do a lot with Wunderkammer. I can do it with Hill Farmstead from time to time. And those kind of ones that make side project, upper echelon kind of table, chuggable, sessionable beers. And that, your body has a pH balance in it, just like a pool, just like anything else. And, there's a level of kind of alkalinity, acidity in your body. And sometimes the beers just pair with that. And they pair with that to the point where when you drink it, it's like weirdly comfortable to where it's like it's tart, but it's not aggressive because it's just in line with the way your body is. And these are the kind of beers, I'm not sure if it's going to come off that way in a taste, but I'm kind of leaning in that direction in the nose. It just smells pretty. It's it's the definition of pretty.
Yeah.
That's what I don't call the best color man in the business. Anything else?
I don't know. I think you covered them. The wood thing, the pity thing, the lemon thing, tart thing. Yeah, it smells awesome. It smells like I want to chug it. It smells like I regret sharing this bottle with him.
That's the way. That's what I'm talking about. Cheers.
Ooh.
Okay. It's a little bit more acidic than I thought it was going to be. Not in a negative way, because I was expecting it to be super welcoming, but there is an acidity to it.
Yeah.
But it's not like heartburn level, I'm going to go crazy. It's not like apple cider vinegar level shit.
Yeah.
It's more like countryside apple cider tartness and acidity to it.
The wood is very, very woody.
That's probably one of the most aggressive beers I've ever had from Suarez.
Especially
Which makes it one of the least aggressive beers that everybody else makes. But still.
But especially at a lower ABV, because they don't, like, I mean, the majority of their beers, I think, are between, like, 4.5 and, 5.5 or whatever.
Yeah, so when you're thinking about what they're doing here, they're basically doing their version of Lambic. In that they're taking their beers and they're blending older into newer, new into older, and kind of tweaking and Frankensteining together a beer that they love. And more often than not, the ones that I've had from them have been more old beer than new. This comes off as a little bit more newer beer than old, so I assume this is a bit more of a younger blend than a older blend. That's what I'm getting at here. Fresher as opposed to older. Not in a bad way. That's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and say this is bad. It's not negative. It's delicious. It's just my preconceived notion of what I've had from Suarez and what I'm typically have. It's a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more sharp.
I'd say the wood is kind of the biggest thing in here. It is the biggest thing in here for me. But it's not super dry. Not super dry.
See,
which is kind of nice.
For me, the biggest thing here is a combination of tartness and acidity. Is by far and away the biggest thing.
Aside from that.
And the wood kind of acts as like, think about it this way. The tartness and the acidity in this beer is way more bigger than I thought it would be and much more aggressive than I typically get from Suarez. And the wood is aggressive enough, dry enough, to where it acts basically like bittering hops in a hazy IPA. So you have these hazy IPAs that are juicy IPAs, all this fruit forward shit, and the New England IPAs are pretty much devoid of all that bitterness. And you have a lot of breweries, my favorite kind of hazies typically have a nice kind of green to it, have a nice kind of bittering to it. Think of that, whereas this tartness and acidity is the fruity part of the portion of the show, whereas the wood is that bittering portion of the show, and it's acting as a counterbalance to that acidity and tartness. See that shit right?
That's why you have more subscribers.
Oh no, I'm just an asshole. People like assholes.
It's so good though. It's.
Let's put it this way though. I think it's delicious. I think it's fantastic. I think this beer needs about a year in the bottle. Because even though I like it, I appreciate it, I love it. I think all the bugs around here are like, I want to get in this fucking glass right now. I think a year would just shave a little bit of that sharpness off and make it just that much more better. And it's that thing where it goes from a 98 to a 99. Not that I grade beers, but I'm just trying to illustrate a point. It's not that big of a move, but I think it's going to get better, is what I'm saying. Not all these beers, especially the low ABV, blended, mixed culture beers, not all of them are going to get better with time. But as great as Suarez is, and great a job that Dan does with his beers, I just think this one, with a year or two on it, if not longer, would turn into something epically fantastic as opposed to fantastic. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. I do have another bottle of this, so maybe we'll revisit it.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't open it. I was gonna open it to review it on my channel, but yeah, maybe we'll do a revisit.
Yeah, maybe we'll do the thing that you're talking about. Maybe we'll put half of this review up on my channel and the other half up on Keith's channel. So that way, if you want to go watch this whole fucking review, you gotta go back and forth. Cross-pollination.
You do that too?
That way I can gain some subs.
Yeah. You should subscribe to Matt.
Yeah.
He's
That's how I make a living, and I get to get that YouTube cash.
He just started a channel 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Or
Man.
whatever.
8 years ago. 5 years ago. Was it 5 years ago?
5 years. Yeah.
6. 6 years ago?
6.
I think I made it 2014, dude.
Oh.
That's crazy. What was I going to say? I was going to say something that I thought was funny. It probably wasn't funny. God damn. Oh, man. I don't know why I thought of this. The shittiest names I had for my YouTube channel before I started. I mean, Keith is the worst. Because Keith is derived his name from a joke that we all made. I made a YouTube channel. I had an email and I uploaded a video to a completely different name.
Oh, did you?
And then I said, no, that's dumb. Let me think of a different one. Yeah, and it was the dumbest name ever. I'm not even going to say it. It's that dumb. Yeah, it was so dumb. Now I think about it, I'm like, man, fucking thin lines of fucking shitasticness happen in life. And, man, I would have 9 viewers right now if I named my beer. It's nothing offensive. It was just dumb. But anyway, back to the beer. It's fantastic. Listen, we're sitting outside. It's kind of a little bit humid, but it's also very nice.
Yeah.
We got fucking goats going ape shit in the background, eating leaves. We got a bunch of shit cows over there. They're gonna be burger in about a month or two. Sorry, Keith. And you know what I mean? It's just, this is what I know. I called it summer in a glass, but it's just outdoor beer. This is what I want to do: sit outdoors and drink this beer. And that's what we're doing, and it's working perfectly in that format. Yeah, I dig it. Fantastic. Let's put it this way. Let's tighten the parameters. Is this the best Suarez beer you've ever had?
I would say it's in my top 3. I don't know if I've had a few Suarez beers, so I don't really remember some of them. So, yeah, I want to say definitely top 3. I would probably say it's the best just based on ABV and how good it is. But I might have had 1 or 2 better beers that might have been a little higher ABV, even though their highest ABV beer is 6% or whatever. But yeah, it is definitely one of the best beers I've had from Suarez. I would say that.
No. No. And that's no. I mean, what have I had? I've had probably, off the top of my head, I probably had 15 Suarez beers. I'm guessing. You're probably the same. We probably fucking half the time on our trip alone, we probably came back with 5 different ones.
Yeah. And
then if you combine that with, I went to there one time before, and I probably got 3 different ones, and then the random ones I've gotten since then.
Yeah, maybe I'm not thinking of one.
I would not put this in. I would put this probably, if let's say, I'm not gonna rank it, but it's definitely outside of it. It's either at the middle or towards the end. Not because it's a bad beer, and that's the thing where people kind of see that and they'd be like, okay, well, what are you saying? It's not one of the better Suarez beers you have. I'm like, but, you know, Dan's bad day is most people's good day.
Yeah.
No, and that's true. I mean, honestly, and that's one of the reasons why they're such a great brewery.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that it's a bad beer, it's just I've liked a lot of their offerings better than this. I mean, whether it come from their Merkel to the Saunter, the original Saunter, to the original Domain I had, the Batch 2, those kind of beers that really do it for me. And even going into some of the Pilsners and stuff like that, when I start thinking about the sheer just fucking enjoyment of the beer, it ends up being middle of the road for what Suarez does. Now, we open that up and go, is this one of the better, what are we going to call this? Mixed fermentation, blended, whatever,
Yeah.
golden, whatever. Is it one of the better ones I've had? I was like, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. But that's where you kind of now, you're separating yourself. You're not saying, okay, Suarez over 5 years. Now when I say, is it one of the better ones I've had as of late, I'm thinking over the past 6 months. Is it one of the better ones compared to all the other breweries? Sure, I've had probably a little bit better, maybe Fox Farm, maybe a little bit of Side Project. You know, maybe even like, I don't know, that original Bond one really kind of turned me on. There's a couple that are in there, but this is up there towards the top, if not towards the Mount Rushmore, my personal Mount Rushmore, that constantly changes all the time. So yeah, it's a fantastic beer, but as far as what their beers do, it's in the middle, but that's just a testament to how good the rest of their fucking beers are. Not a fucking kind of knock against this beer.
Yeah, when you asked me that, my brain kind of went bottled beers.
Okay.
And I haven't had too many bottled beers, so like, yeah, like their lagers are awesome.
That's fucking
this is-
Saunter, man.
this
That
is
OG's,
awesome.
those the one that,
I haven't had it yet. I didn't.
no, the super coffee
Oh,
one, that was the OG Saunter, wasn't it?
I had a little bit of that.
That was the one where I went fucking ape shit,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah. Meh. Anyway, this actually reminds me of Wonder Calmer.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, just as far as that tartness and acidity is a
But
little bit bigger, and that's what it
those,
reminds me.
yeah, but those beers are like, I feel like they're like, I don't know.
They always have 19 different things going on. But you don't know what's going on in this beer. You just know it's a
Oh.
blend. Who the fuck knows what went into these beers? They call it their house, right? Their house beer or their our oak ripened country beer. So it's their base beer that they just constantly rack, I believe, in the barrels and
So-
then just
Yeah, so I don't know if this might just be a blend of like the regular
I'm
beers
not-
that they.
No, this is their country beer. This is their one beer that they rack in the barrels, and they constantly do that. But they rack it in different barrels, brewed differently over. Like it's gonna not be the same beer. So it's. I'm
'Cause-
pretty. Go ahead.
They might call all of their beers country beers.
Okay, you could be right. I could be wrong.
I think. So this might be a blend of like any of their beers because I'm pretty sure anything that comes in a bottle is oak ripened. So this could just be a blend of whatever.
I was under the assumption this is more like a lambic, to where it was like, okay, you know, a lot of times when you do lambic, it's like it's like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. You know what I mean? Like
It
there's
might- it
different
might be that,
vintages
yeah. I
of
know it
a
is.
similar beer. Obviously, even if the beer is the exact same beer, it's never going to be the same because it's not, it's not pasteurized processed. It's
Right.
it's brewed. Even the same exact beer you're going to brew it 2 days in a row. That second batch is going to be slightly different. That's what my assumption is. But anyway, I'm sure this is a 55-minute video at this point, so let's wrap it up. Yes, this is one of the better beers I've had as of late in this kind of category, but as far as Suarez goes, it still needs a little bit of time to climb up that ladder for me. How much you pay for it?
15
All day.
maybe.
And all day.
Yeah,
All day.
something
All
like that.
day. Because this is honestly, a lot of breweries that do this kind of shit, this is their $35 bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? $7.50, blended, house blend, fucking blah, 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 blah. This is somebody's $35 bottle. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like Farmhouse Ale, I don't want to say it's sour, because it's verging on a golden sour for me, but it doesn't necessarily get that deep. But if you like those kind of beers, mixed culture, mixed firm, barrel-aged blend kind of stuff, this is what you like. If you like specific breweries, like I said, Side Project, stuff, fermentary form. This is actually very much fermentary form beer too. So if you like those kind of breweries, you'll like this.
Yes.
There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers, if you want to check me out in the social media stuff. What about this guy?
93 Lumber. Check me out on YouTube.
Spelled out. Spelled out 93, not word, not letters.
Spelled,
letters. not
spelled
numbers.
out.
Yeah.
I do tag the letters, so if it ever comes up in the searches, you can maybe find it.
Algorithms.
But you can follow me on Instagram at #KIFLife, spelled out HASHTAGKIFLIFE. I think I spelled that right. And yeah.
Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully, you're enjoying a little Suarez right now.
Yeah.
Hope to see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.